Hello, Emmanuel Lutheran School families and Roadrunners. I hope and pray that this message finds you safe, healthy, and finding some joy during the summer months. It has been several weeks since I have given an update, and I know that many of you are anxiously awaiting news for our upcoming school year. As I stated back on June 16th, our plan is to begin school on campus September 1st with our students being in their classrooms. This is a decision that has been based on prayer and discussion and a review of the state and national guidelines. Our parent-teacher task force has met and has determined that Emmanuel Lutheran School has the ability to provide an appropriate way to respond to the COVID pandemic while serving our children and families with an excellent educational program. The Parent-Teacher Task Force has reviewed a number of resources to provide a context for future decisions. The American Academy of Pediatrics has stated that for successful learning to take place, children should be in school. The Center of Disease Control, in a May 19th statement, stated, schools can determine in collaboration with state and local health officials to the extent possible whether and how to implement school reopening considerations while adjusting to meet the unique needs and circumstances of the school community. Implementation should be guided by what is feasible, practical, acceptable, and tailored to the needs of each community. Tomorrow, I will be sending out to our parents, through our constant contact, a number of references, resources that address the issue of children being on campus for meaningful learning to take place. A parent survey was sent at the end of June, which provided more information for our task force to review. There were 97 responses that were received from our survey. 84% of the respondents said yes to the question about the students being back on campus 5 days a week following recommended protocols and guidelines. 52% of the respondents had no hesitation sending their children back to school. 28% felt that teachers and staff should be wearing a mask, and 15% felt that the children should wear a mask. Parent responses suggested that the school should provide adequate hand sanitizers, following social distance guidelines, regular hand washing, temperature checks prior to coming to school grounds, alternative schedules for lunch and chapel, and clear parent expectations for students who may show sign of sickness. Many of these parent concerns have been addressed as we confirm our plan for our September 1st reopening. The CDC, California Department of Education, and the California Department of Health have stated that due to the limitations that many schools face, there is not a one-size-fits-all standard for schools. In my June principal update, I stated plans that we would be implementing here at Emmanuel, and these include making changes to our current daily schedule. An example would be to adjust our chapel and lunch schedules, rearrange our classrooms to accommodate social distancing guidelines, evaluate larger rooms on campus to be used as classrooms, installation of hand sanitizers, provide sanitizer bottles in each classroom, sanitizer wipes at students' desks, the use of forehead thermometers, establish protocols for students to enter the school building. An example would be that students will have their temperature taken prior to entering campus. If they have a fever of 100, they would be required to return home. The student will not be able to return to school until a written doctor's excuse is obtained. We will be increasing our cleaning and sanitization procedures so that classroom surfaces are thoroughly cleaned daily. The teachers and I continue to review and evaluate our current distance learning program. We have discussed additions to this virtual learning environment to strengthen the curriculum and easily transition to this format in the event that online learning becomes mandatory. With the help of the task force, survey, and resource information, we will be implementing additional plans. All of our registration and parent consent forms can be filled out and submitted electronically. Parents will not have to physically bring in the completed forms. For the health and safety of our children, we have strengthened our sick policy, parent expectations, and volunteers on campus. And our teachers will be required to wear face masks and/or face shields. In fact, we've got a number of these new face shields that have just come in, and I'm already wearing one. So I'm enjoying getting used to this. At least you can see my face. Another resource that has been very helpful is that our preschool and kids care programs have been serving our families for about a month. These programs have established protocols and guidelines that have been supported by the parents to keep the children healthy and safe. This is a complex situation, and as we formulate our reopening plans, we must mitigate the impact of COVID and keep the emotional welfare of our students, family, and staff at the center of our decision making. This is not an easy task, and we will continue to work on our reopening plans in the weeks ahead. I will provide the next update with specific guidelines and protocols for reopening during the week of August 3rd. I would like to thank our families for your prayers and support, which has been instrumental in our ability to successfully navigate the challenges that we have faced. I am encouraged by the number of parents that are ready to return to school. We must continue to work together to formulate a plan that will maintain the safety of our students and staff while providing an educational program that will help our children be successful. Our Bible verse for the 2021 school year is Matthew 20:28. The Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. The mission of Emmanuel Lutheran School is to serve our students and their families by sharing the love of Jesus and providing an excellent educational program for them. With the Lord's help and the support of our families, we will accomplish this mission together. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you and your family.